I'm Chick McGee, and we've just had our Thanksgiving feast from the Big Green Egg folks, and I'm ready for my nap.
Delicious. That was very, very good.
Sure was.
Speaking of delicious, I'll tell you what, one delicious man is that Al Jackson fella. And there he is right there.
Hi, Al.
I like that. What's up, brother? I feel like you guys may have become innovators in let's start eating gigantic meals pre 9 a.m. Like, I'm down with that. Like, if somebody's like, yo, we're having Thanksgiving dinner at 7:30 a.m., I'll be there. No one's going to miss that.
Yes. Yeah, there's a certain
You
thing.
have 2 days, I'm here for it.
I used to get into this argument.
I was just going to say, I remember distinctly one Thanksgiving where somebody was having their meal start at 2, and you were losing your mind about it.
Ooh.
Right?
No, what time should it start, Tom?
Well, no, it was starting at 11.
Nah, are you sure?
11.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Wow.
Oh, we eat at 2. I like to eat early. Because then people can go to the second house, because a lot of people have 2 Thanksgivings. So somebody eats
Okay, well, Christy, I want to ask you about that, because you spark thoughts in me all the time. How do you feel about, would you rather be the first house or the second house? Because I don't like being the first house.
No, I like being the
house,
first.
Talk to me, why?
Because I get people in, out, 6 o'clock, it's all cleaned up and done.
Ooh.
Huh. Doesn't
Nice.
sound like you enjoy yourself.
Yeah, so what you're saying is you can't stand your family.
All right.
I did not say that.
You
but
can't go home. You can't stay here. Let's go.
You just want them out.
The second house is the fun drinking house. So that's going to be a younger demo, because you can't get that hammer around your aunt and uncle that are in their late 80s. So yeah, the second house is like the party house where people just go and it's like they have symbolic turkey, but there's also a huge bottle of Hennessy. You're like, okay.
Yeah. In my defense, every other year I'm the second house, because then we just stay the whole time and, drink it up. But that's
There
this
you
year.
go.
Okay, now
There you go.
Board games and drinking.
Al Jackson is a stand-up comedian. He's also one of the hosts of DBL, the Daily Blast Live. Been watching this more and more. I was watching just the other day. You had a lot of interesting things to say about Dave Chappell and that kerfuffle. Yeah, and nobody died, right? Everybody's okay?
Everybody's okay.
Those were just words up there? Okay. He was...
That used to be what comics did, is they talked about really difficult subjects. I remember I got a chance to know and work with the late, great Robert Schimmel, who I credit with really sparking my first interest in stand-up. When I was probably 10 or 11, I didn't even know what stand-up was. And I remember watching my mom and my aunt look at this bald white dude who was saying stuff that I didn't understand, because he was making, D jokes, and he was making them laugh. And I was like, what is this dude saying that's resonating with my people? So I ended up hanging out with Robert Schimmel, and he had cancer, and he had a 30-minute special, 30-minute bit with video and pictures of him going through chemo. And it's like, and it was hilarious. He had one picture I'll never forget. It was him in a hospital bed looking more than half dead. And, the audience kind of gasps, and he's on the side of the stage with a mic, and he goes, "This is my face when I found out that fan won Last Comic Standing." It was so beautiful. And it's the most, without that, it's just a sad picture of a sick man.
Yeah, Robert's book is called...
comics, he's the best.
It's called Cancer on $5 a Day, I think it is. Something like that.
It's great.
Speaking of Al's career as a comedian, you're going to be doing New Year's Eve at the Comedy Showcase in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yes, I'm headed back to the MI to go kick it up there with my peoples. Can't wait for New Year's. Cannot go any further, Tom, without shouting out Wausau, Wisconsin, and the Rapids in Wisconsin. Wisconsin Rapids, they showed up. Bob and Tom people, y'all showed the hell up. It was like the surface of the moon. That's how cold it was, and y'all showed out. So packed shows, sold out both nights. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Mike Armstrong, who's amazing. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, well, great, Al. Now we have a lot to get to, but before we get to it, Al, part of this show is you teaching me the language, phrases particularly. And I don't know if you guys are going to talk about this on DBL, but they've just released the new 500 words allowed in Scrabble.
Oh, Al, he is so upset about this.
I'm not happy about
this,
Al.
He's a Scrabble purist. It's like some guy somewhere when they said, well, the designated hitter is going to be in the National League. That guy with bananas, too, and this is what Tom is with the Scrabble thing.
But, I mean...
I'm worried that I might be on Tom's side on this side, Jake. Let me hear. What are you mad about, Tom?
All right.
Well, they're allowing words that aren't words. They're allowing abbreviations.
What do you mean?
Throw them some examples.
Where did I put the story here? You got it over there, Christy.
Yeah, approximately 500 new words have been added to the usable words in the game Scrabble.
There you
Recent
go.
additions include stan.
Okay, what's Stan?
Stan is another word for a fan, isn't it?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Eminem. Yeah, does that come from the Eminem song? It's kind of
It
it's not
does.
necessarily a positive thing.
No.
No, it's like a crazy fan. But you
Yeah.
know what's weird is like now I've seen Stan defined in urban dictionaries as a Stanley, like a nerd fan, and it's so interesting that word's been around so long that it's almost not even associated with Eminem anymore.
Wow.
Only people like our age remember that Stan was a song about a crazy fan from Eminem. Now, like kids are just like a Stanley, like a nerd, crazy nerd fan. But no, that comes from Eminem for sure.
So slang is okay. Okay, how about the word zook?
Is that on Scrabble?
Is it
says
short for
Zook's okay?
zucchini?
I don't know.
Zuke,
It
Zook.
says food related.
Yeah, so I'm sure it is.
Oh, or is that put in the microwave? Zook it?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it just
No.
Zoodles on there now.
Zoodle.
That's
Zoodle,
zucchini noodle.
Zucchini noodles. Everybody. Yeah, that's pretty common.
I'll accept that because it's in the grocery store, but zook is like a word I've never heard before. And if I did find out that was acceptable, we were playing Scrabble, like game's over. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like, you can just say anything.
It means zucchini.
now Al. When we play, it's an automatic double word score if it's a word you can't say on radio or television.
Oh,
So what you want to get is, so you're looking at like the F word, the S word.
So if you put the F word or the S word over a double word score
It's
on the board,
quadruple.
it's quadrupled.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
that's game over.
Yeah, but that makes it fun certainly. But they're just adding like guac, GUAC.
Yeah, short for guacamole.
But I mean,
Oh, sitch too, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with those, just because guac is such a regular word in our day to day. I will accept guac. If somebody said, "Hey Tom, you're looking good. Why don't you come over for some chips and some guacamole?" You'd be like, "What's wrong with you?" There's chips and guac. You know, so like
I'll take guac
I'll
over
accept
sitch
that.
for sure.
how about
Sitch is like, stop it.
how about faux hawk?
Yeah, I mean that's
fake
kind of become a
mohawk.
proper noun in terms of
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a hairstyle.
Is that
Yeah.
hyphenated though?
No, it's just total.
FAUXHAWK. That's going to be worth a lot of points. I can
Yeah,
tell you
that's
that.
game over too, especially if we can get that X somewhere.
So it's becoming more and more like the Urban Dictionary and more and more slangy.
Yeah.
I just didn't want it to be something like you could put like TLC or MBA or something
Yeah.
like
No,
that. I didn't want
not
something that
yet.
easy.
I don't know. Some of these are pretty close to that. But
it might happen. I mean, they're trying to keep a younger demographic.
You can do marg for margarita.
Oh, Margs. Margs.
I'll take a marg.
Yeah.
a marg?
Yeah, that's big. It is
Tom,
big.
Margs and guac.
Come on.
What, a strawberry marg?
Marg and guac?
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh,
like-
Margs and guac is a great restaurant name.
Yeah, and Marg and guac. It sounds like the two cousins that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We only have them over Christmas.
Sure.
Well, Al, why don't you teach me some real language from the street? What's going on?
Tom, I'm here for you in the street. They were asking about you. They said they missed you. And the streets wanted to know, Tom, what does dumb nice mean? How would you use that phrase, dumb nice?
Dumb nice.
DUMBNICE.
Is it obvious?
Maybe.
Is it someone who's ignorant and yet pleasant to be around and easy to interact with? They're dumb.
No, those would be the two cousins you were just describing.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
This would be a phrase that it's a positive phrase.
That's really dumb nice.
Oh, so I went over to the restaurant and I asked, could you give me some ranch? Because I like ranch dressing. And they brought back 2 containers. It was so dumb nice of them.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Does that sound okay? No?
No, that's not quite it. But
Not quite it.
I like that you guys are so pleasant with it because it really is a good thing. Willie, you got a guess for me?
So I've heard the expression dummy thick, as in she dummy thick, and
Okay.
dummy kind of just means extra. She's extra thick. So does
Yes.
dumb nice, is it kind of in the vein of dummy thick? Does that mean someone's just extra nice?
That's what I tried.
Yeah,
You said no.
you're using the extra part right. Dumb, that just means extra. But the nice can be other than a personality trait. You can be, if you're nice with it, that means you can say, I went and saw Willie. I didn't know he DJ'd on. He's nice with it. So if you said, I went and saw him, he's dumb nice with it. That means like he's really good with something. So it's a positive thing. It just means like just being nice with something means like, oh, he's good at basketball or racquetball, whatever. But dumb nice means you're like really good at it. So Tom, I ask you to now that you have been hit by the streets to please use dumb nice in the proper way.
I'll tell you what, we had the guys from Big Green Egg in this morning, and they were cooking on those big green eggs outside. I'll tell you what, everything they made was dumb nice.
They were dumb nice chefs.
Yeah.
You know what? Other than when you actually use the words you're supposed to, and they really sound clunky and weird. That's okay. Yeah,
That's correct.
dumb nice. You know. It's not a commercial. Just use it conversationally.
It would just be like a skill. Yeah, you would just say like, you wouldn't even have to talk about you just say they're cooking like, hey, look, I thought I could cook Thanksgiving. I've been doing it for 10 years, but I saw them. They were dumb nice with it. I'm like, from now on, I'm ordering from them.
You have to
That's
hear the
how you
difference.
say it.
Yeah.
Did you taste that lamb, bitch? That was dumb nice. How'd I do?
You know, Al, you're on a TV show.
Al,
You don't need this.
I can't be the only one thinking. I'm so glad you still call us.
Yes,
Al. That's all.
me
I mean,
too.
my God.
That's
You
all I
sure
wanna
don't
say.
have to.
Nope.
You guys sound like that relative that did something really offensive at Thanksgiving last year. That's like, I'm glad you still call me. Tell your mom I still love her. I may have said no things at dinner.
Chick is implying that when I use the words you present to me, I am surrounding them with...
No, I'm saying you use them like a television or a radio TV announcer.
Yes.
You know, those are really dumb nice. You don't. You're kind of incapable of casual conversation anyway. You know that,
right?
You're kind of on the radio in your brain all the time,
Right.
no matter where you are.
Just trying to enunciate.
I'm not buying it. I think you're insane. Is what I think you should lean on.
So, are you saying when I use those words,
no matter what they are,
that Al gives me,
no matter how you understand,
they stick out from the rest of the sentence?
Yes,
it's like the way when certain announcers of Spanish-speaking heritage are on the radio, and then everything sounds they don't have an accent at all. Then they get to their name, and all of a sudden it's
Yes.
And I'm also what? You know,
Yes.
they suddenly go into full.
You know the one that is Puerto
You mean when they
Rico?
properly pronounce their names? Yeah.
No, or when they say
Don't you hate
Puerto
when people
Rico. If they're from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it becomes that.
Which is fine. I'm just so you're
how
suggesting
it's pronounced.
You're suggesting that I do that.
Yeah.
But then,
Puerto Rico. That's how I say it.
Yeah.
You're done
The
nice and
worst
being
thing
funny.
about those, it's hard with those languages though, Tom, because like Italian, Spanish, they're such beautiful languages, and like people are like, hey, when you're in another country, don't be disrespectful. Try and speak the language to the most that you can. And I will, but it sounds so bad coming out of with my Ohio accent that it almost seems disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it just sounds so bad. I mean, you can just tell that it hurts them to hear their language pronounced like that. Like, dos botellas de agua. And they're like, all right, dude, just some water. Like, it's just like, it's bad, but I'll always try. Now, Tom, this is what I really wanted to ask you, because this, you know me, I love the little nuances with the language, how the same phrase can be changed a little bit and mean totally different things. And this is one of those situations. So, Tommy, if I said I tricked that off versus tricking off, what are the differences between that? Tricked that off versus tricking off. Let's start one by one. What does trick that off mean?
I got by using my cleverness, faked my way through, say, all of college. I tricked that off. Would that be good?
That would have been my guess.
Trick that off would be like you had something and you just blew it right in the end. Like let's just picture Josh at a bar, and two women come up and they're like, look, we are traveling nurses. We're leaving at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we want to have an experience with you. We listen to you on the radio. No names, please. Let's just go hang out at our place. And Josh goes, yeah. And, I just got this other new sex toy I can bring it. And they're like, what? No, dude, no, that's gross. And they leave. Josh would be like, I had it in my hand. I tricked that off.
I just tricked that
Like you
off.
have it in your hands and you blow it right at the last second.
Well, girls, I'd be happy to go with you, but this pizza's not going to be here for 10 minutes. Can you hang on?
See, he's implying, Josh. I don't know if you're up to speed on this, but you'd rather eat than almost anything else.
That's
So
right.
let me
Yeah,
have it.
that's what he's
Yeah.
I think that's what those nurses are hoping
Our sex
for.
romp has to be put off for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Because I got extra cheese.
Can you at least wait till I'm done with
God's sake.
You keep
this
going
deep
back
dish?
to the 10 minutes number. Why is it taking him 10 minutes to eat one pizza?
I'm sorry.
You think it's faster?
It was just the consistency of him saying 10 minutes. I was so curious. Is it so vigorous that they wouldn't want to be there for it? Couldn't they just sit with you and enjoy it together?
It was just it's a short period of time. You'd think that even the biggest horrors would at least wait a few minutes.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Lord.
You know what? I shouldn't say
Tom,
anything.
Thank you, Al.
I'm sorry, Al. So that's tricked off. I understand. Now the other
So
one is
trick that off.
what's the second phrase?
We've got to find
Tricking off. Now, Tom, what do you think tricking off is? It's not if you looked at Chicky and you were like, hey, look, I think you're really tricking off right now. It's not a great thing. What would you be telling
And it's
Chick?
not me having at myself while eating a bowl of tricks.
Would it be exaggerating? Exaggerating? Would it be Chick? What he's saying, I don't believe. He's tricking off. This is just fake.
No, it would be in his relation to a woman, probably a romantic relationship. When you're tricking off, you're doing a little, well, I think you're tricking off a little bit, and it's not cheating. What would you think that is?
Oh, is that you're participating in the relationship, but you're not really into it? No?
It's more like you're participating too much for what they're giving you. So it's like, this new girl that, Josh is dating. I really like her, but like, he bought her a car like in the first month. Come on, bro. It's like 12 months. He signed a lease for her. He's got her tricking off over there.
I don't think so. I'm not. I mean, during that lap dance, she said she was having car trouble. I thought maybe I could help out.
You know what I'm going to do
How
for
else
you?
can she get to online school? Yeah.
Yes. If you know your way around a kitchen, this is going to be, okay.
Al Jackson. Al Jackson can be found on the Daily Blast Live. Al
I
Jackson.
will not be tricking off today.
No.
Are you on the air today?
Yes, I'm on it. Yeah.
Because you have a depth chart there. There's usually 4 of you on there, but there's 6 of you all together. And
Yeah, we're like the Wu-Tang Clan. That's right. We're interchangeable. Some of us will not show up to the concert due to probably legal or intoxicants. But yes, some of us will be at the concert always.
okay, and you're going to be doing your thing in Ann Arbor, Michigan. This will be cool. New Year's Eve at the Comedy Showcase. Al Jackson, don't miss it. Thank you, Al.
Bye, Al.
I love y'all.
Mwah.
All right, kids.